Hola y bienvenidos a un nuevo gameplay. Ponme la intro, señor director.
And the starting lineups have concluded. So just sit right back and relax. We'll be back in just a moment. It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Tonight, it'll be the New Orleans Pelicans up against the Philadelphia 76ers. For Philadelphia, they feel like they're at their best when they start fast, get into a rhythm early on, and get everyone involved. Offense, defense, on the glass, they're looking for a total team effort tonight.
Hi and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. Moments away, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the New Orleans Pelicans here at their home, the Smoothie King Center. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brett Barry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sideline. Hey, Dave.
Well, the era of star free agents increasingly being on the move has created a media frenzy that sometimes can be intense and draining. Some players like Kevin Durant have pushed back against year-long and incessant free agency questions. Warriors coach Steve Kerr said, "We're all actors in a soap opera, and we have to deal with that part of it." Kevin?
It can be a circus. David, thanks. Brent, two explosive backcourts. When you were playing, who was the toughest guard that you found to defend?
Well, I would start off with a guy named Allen Iverson. And the reason that I start with that, the reason I start with Kevin is I just saw the back of the jersey all the time, so I remember Iverson clear as day. But if I went deeper, I would tell you guarding the Hall of Famer Mitch Richmond at a time when he was playing for the Sacramento Kings. They would run an offensive set, much like for Reggie Miller, multiple screens by a bunch of guys who were big and strong. That was not good for me to try to fight through those kind of screens. But if you gave Mitch Richmond 8 inches, 2 points.
And Richmond was strong and had bulk to his body.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me.
You can see the bruises. Look at the 76ers starting group. The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. And for New Orleans, Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. Wall and Holiday combine at the guard spots. And it's Favors in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now Simmons following Holiday's three-point attempt. And it's Brandon Ingram with the foul. That's his first foul.
Kind of a ticky-tack foul there, but you have to be aware that's how the refs are going to blow the whistle tonight.
Here's Richardson. Outside, Simmons. Harris, right side. 5 on the clock. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Not a lot of rush in that possession for Tobias Harris.
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Pelicans. Outside Holiday. They grab their own miss. A second chance effort. Drained for 2 points.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
And the foul on Drew Holiday. That is his first foul of the game. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Embiid wide open. Off target from three-point range.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but they give it to him.
When you look at Lonzo Ball, certainly high expectations for this young man. One and done at UCLA. How about second overall pick? That's brought some undue pressure.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Bangs home the trifecta.
I tell you, it's unorthodox to watch, but Ball shoots the ball with tremendous rhythm and confidence from beyond.
Ray, you talk about the hype for Lonzo Ball and the pressure. Do you think that creates an additional challenge for a young player?
Yeah, he scuffled at times, but I think the future remains very bright. for that young man. A great idea to get your secondary scorers involved early. This helps keep everybody engaged.
Yeah, and he's so-so from there, but when he's hitting from deep, it's a big confidence builder.
And passes like that demonstrate the winning mindset Simmons has. A guy that wants to get his team involved.
It's good from long range.
And not where he earns his money, that three-point shot, but he's a good shooter from that range if he's got space.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And when he gets ahead of steam, you almost feel sorry for defenders. Ben Simmons, a combination of size, speed, and ball handling that can at times be unstoppable.
That's good from Simmons. And with his passing and driving ability, Greg, Simmons is like combining a power running back in football with a pinpoint passing quarterback. Not much he can't do.
Kevin, a football metaphor is appropriate. Simmons grew up playing Australian rules football, and the physicality and quick thinking of that sport really reflected in his style of play.
Well, this season, the Pelicans finally getting themselves their own G League affiliate, the Erie Bayhawks in Pennsylvania. And in 2022, they'll move closer with renovations to the Legacy Arena in Birmingham, Alabama. And when that's completed, it's really going to help out the young core and the draft picks that have been collected by David Griffin to do some player development. It's going to keep this team competitive for a very long time.
Richardson finds Harris. Fader on the way.
In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing their defensive sequences with the backboard. That has been key.
Holiday gets the bucket.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Trailing here by 8. Richardson, good. And Brent, kind of a musical chair situation for the Bayhawks, the original fringe. This season, moving to College Park, Georgia, to become the Skyhawks.
That's right. That team was affiliated with the Atlanta Hawks, and now the Pelicans take over for the next 3 years in Erie with the new Bayhawks franchise before that move to Alabama in 2022.
And that's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to tone down his aggression defensively.
The 76ers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. Free throw missing. I often hear about players talk about their favorite spot to fire from on the floor. How much of an effect does that really have, a favorite shooting spot?
Most of the time, Kevin, what you're talking about is star guys, because they're the ones who ultimately in any given possession, the coach is trying to find that guy in that spot to do something. What happens throughout the course of a year is when that player has the ball there, everybody else knows what to do.
Right.
Like the player knows what he's going to do, right, Kevin? Because he's the star player. But everybody around gets comfortable with the options and where it is that he goes. If he goes right, if I slide right, I'm going to get the 3. If he goes left, he's spinning back. I might move towards the top of the key. So the familiarity of not just the player, but the players around the player. That's where you can make it happen.
That's interesting. And so here is New Orleans. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Hart, no good.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups. So maybe just a step too far.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
And the defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple.
To the inside, Bolden, and he jams it with authority.
And it's definitely been a shootout here. The first team that actually starts playing some defense may end up having the edge.
Shoots from 12. That's good from Harris on the assist from Simmons. Harris has got his second bucket of the night.
This is a strength of Tobias Harris, finding good rhythm now in the mid-range shot.
14 feet away, again, the Pelicans score.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Now here's Simmons. Defense right on him. It's rebounded by Hayes. New Orleans leading by 4. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Pass to Hart. From deep 3-point range, Bolden pulls it in. The 76ers trail by 4. Back to Harris. Over Hart. Harris, no good.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Drew Holiday has been on display for the New Orleans Pelicans. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We've got more in store for you right after this. Horford was born in the Dominican Republic, and he talked about why he gravitated towards basketball instead of baseball.
Coming from a place where, baseball is what's driven to us every time. I mean, I started playing baseball. I didn't play basketball. I started playing baseball, and, just watching my dad play basketball, I just fell in love with the game. But people were still telling me, they're like, nobody makes it out of here, usually out of basketball. I mean, your dad was a very rare case, and I just believed in it.
Wanted to follow in his father's footsteps.
And what a career. College championships at Florida, an all-star in the NBA. I think he made the right choice.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from New Orleans?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
And so in the game for the 76ers, Simmons and Smith are your 1 and your 2. Shot is out there with Kyle O'Quinn, and it's Bolden in at the 3, the small forward.
I don't know if you would consider this, Kevin, but he's got such a nice touch around the rim. Maybe you foul him there?
And it's Simmons penetrating. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
I admire Simmons' ability inside. That's where he's an elite finisher.
High post shot, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Williams has got 5.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Reddick against Smith, and good that time. And now an 8-point Pelican lead.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
And Simmons has got the ball here for the Philadelphia 76ers. Uses the glass to finish the lead. Simmons got 4 points in the quarter.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. Brent, for your money, who's the most complete player in the NBA right now?
Over the course of the past 2 years, nobody has impressed me more with his complete game than Kevin Durant. What he has done defensively has just been tremendous. And I know you have guys like Giannis, you have guys like Harden, you have guys like LeBron James, who are incredible players.
And Kawhi, what he did last year.
Yeah. But Kevin Durant, to me, still is one of the most impressive complete players that we have in the game.
Al Horford is checked in for Philadelphia. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here. They double up Simmons. Pass to Embiid. Unloads. it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here. Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. Horford kicks to Simmons. Clock at 6. Offensive rebound. It's good, and the New Orleans lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Embiid.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Holiday gets the bucket.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
To the middle, here's Horford, and finished off by Horford.
All right, Al Horford getting up there for the gym. You forget how big he is.
Holiday goes in. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Holiday's got 14 points.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
They double him with Horford. This one for 3, and Favors gets it to go in on the assist by Ball. Ball's got 4 assists now tonight. The 76ers trailed by 9. Well, it was only a short stay in L.A. for Lonzo Ball, traded this past summer as part of the Anthony Davis deal.
And getting out of L.A. might be the best thing for him. Still a great defender and playmaker. His best years, without a doubt, could be ahead of him here in New Orleans. And you have to admire his confidence on that, but there's no way that's going to fall.
Coaches will tell you that's a bad shot, but when your teammates tell you that, you probably got to think about it.
And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played, over to the wing. Holiday with the 3. That one doesn't go. And Philadelphia the other way now.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
To the paint, here's Horford. On the wing, Holiday. Richardson covered. It's good. There's 1:54 left to play in the first half. Stolen by Ball. And Ball slams it in.
Gotta respect how quickly Ball gets to the rack. I mean, if you give him the lane to the rim, he is going to exploit it quickly.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. And another name included in that Anthony Davis trade, Brandon Ingram. Still a lot to like about his game.
Pairs up well with what the Pelicans are trying to do. Perhaps the biggest asset coming over to New Orleans could flourish in this system.
Harris is checked in for Mike Scott. Embiid, the pass to Richardson. And there's the call on Zion Williamson. That'll be his second foul of the game.
This is one where the second foul is probably going to cost you some minutes in this game.
1:32 left now here in the second. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Well, last season, Josh Richardson just exploding for the Miami Heat. Then, as you know, he was their top scorer.
Well, he's a great three-point shooter. The 3-and-D aspect is what drew the Miami Heat coaching staff to what Josh Richardson was capable of doing. Now he's going to do that in Philadelphia.
That's good from Richardson.
Remember, Josh Richardson, a second-round pick. He has come a long way in this league in a short time. A great athlete who shoots it well and enjoys playing the D. A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Now, here's Ball. 5 points in the game.
Yeah, and that one way back in the first quarter is the three-pointer that has been his only one of the night.
And the shot is good. The Pelican lead has been cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Ben Simmons. Holiday inside the line. Almost, but it rolls out. For Philadelphia, they've gone 8 of 12 since the start of the second quarter. That's a really high percentage, hitting around 67%. Deep. Favors can't get it to go. The 76ers trail by 5. In the corner, Simmons with it. The 11-footer. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Holiday with the 3. Connects from three-point range. Holiday's got 19 points.
First 3 of the quarter and 3rd overall, guys. The defense might want to step up just a little bit on him from this point on.
And the foul on Drew Holiday. So that will be his 2nd foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2. The 76ers have shot 67% from the line tonight, going for 6. First one falls for him.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
A platoon swap here for New Orleans. Philadelphia also making some changes. Kyle O'Quinn is checked in for Joel Embiid. Shona Bolden comes in for Al Horford. And Smith subbed in for Simmons. Here's Alexander Walker. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Here's Redick. Makes it off the glass. And the Pelicans lead by 8.
They're able to finish on the drive. Give Redick a lane, and he's more than happy to take it.
Lets it go. Keeps it alive. It's good on the putback. Bolden's got his 2nd tonight.
Well, in the rebounding game, at least, it's been a strong physical performance for him.
Clark, that's good. Here's O'Quinn. And so we wrap up the first half. Pelicans lead by 8. On New Orleans, back in a moment.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Drew Holiday was red hot to start the first. He ended up with 19 points and 1 steal. What did you think, Shaq, about New Orleans?
Well, a guy who's gone from really good to a star, Drew Holiday. He can beat you with physicality, he can beat you with the quickness, and guess what? He's a terrific shot maker. All of which he showed in the first half.
And Kenny, your take on Philadelphia?
I felt they had a lack of intensity defensively. They gave up way too many threes. I mean, somebody needs to pull out the fire because this fire is out of control, and it certainly wasn't because of their defense.
Played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. An exceptional performance from Drew Holiday.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. New Orleans leading by 8. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So for New Orleans right now, Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. Holiday and Ingram out on the perimeter. And it's Ball in at the point. Here's Richardson. Zion Williamson making his last shot. Embiid knocks it loose.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense, not really a factor.
And really an underrated playmaker. Williamson with good court vision and solid decision making.
Simmons with it. Now defended by Williamson. And it's Simmons penetrating. And he drops it in from the low post. Simmons got 11.
Alvin Gentry has seen a lot in his time time around the NBA and last year in New Orleans, really no different. Injuries and trade demands from their top player. It was about trying to keep things together. I don't know. Maybe the reward of all that was the roster that he has in front of him now.
Here's Richardson after Drew Holiday's score. Here's Ball, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Ball's got the lead up to 14 now for the Pelicans.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
And sometimes when a new front office takes over, a coaching change comes next. But Alvin Gentry continues as head coach with the Pelicans.
Well, a good reason for that is the previous relationship that Alvin Gentry had with David Griffin during their times in Phoenix. He's done a tremendous job of setting the table here. A new infusion of talent, different coaches, a change in front office, a new direction from the ownership group. And this is going to give Alvin Gentry the runway to grow and learn with some tremendous young players.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, some of these nights you got to enjoy yourself. Not too much at the expense of the other team, but right now this team is balling.
Now here's Embiid. And it's blocked.
And if Williamson's in the area, you better be careful. When you are, he's going to stifle you on the offensive end.
And what a great start to the second half. They've hit everything they've looked at thus far.
And here's Richardson after Zion Williamson made that last three-pointer. On up the court. And the dunk by Williamson.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
Well, with the confidence growing, that's one thing, but they seem to be getting more intense, and that's helping the quality of their play here.
Here's Simmons. The Pelicans make their last shot. And there's the call on Zion Williamson. That's his third foul of the game. New Orleans making a switch here. Redick is checked in. Scotty's checked in for Philadelphia. Zaire Smith comes in for Josh Richardson. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. And Philadelphia calls time here.
And they've been very loose with the ball here. They haven't been as patient, forcing things a bit, which has led to turnovers. They need to just slow down and relax.
Ball against Simmons. And up the floor again for New Orleans. Running the court. It's good. And it's 8 points for Derek Favors.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
And J.J. Redick picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Some changes for New Orleans. Hayes comes in for Derek Favors. And it's Josh Hart in for Ingram. Here's Simmons out to Smith, trying to get something going. That shot misses.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their hurried shot selection.
Oh, sensational speed by Simmons, trucking it down the court and beating everyone.
Fades back. Again, the Pelicans score.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
And break up with Philadelphia. The pass to Simmons. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. It'll be a second foul of the game. Jordan Bolden checked in for Embiid. Here's Simmons. 13 points in the game. From downtown. And the free ball is good. Bolden's got 7 points.
It does so much out there to stretch out the defense. He's out on the perimeter. He trains for triple.
Here's Hart. Right back with the three-point zone. It's no good. Here's Smith. No good. He's going to take the assist. He's got 6.
Well, for Tobias Harris to take this step, getting away from scoring and finding teammates sign.
Well, you look at the career of Tobias Harris, and he's not as necessarily come out with more production. Find a way to help this team.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
Best in the business, absolutely. It's no good. And with Harris, he's removed so many times. You know, it's quite great. He's quite young.
Yeah, I mean, he can enter what should be the prime of his career as every offseason. It is a great rebounder and scorer.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Owen Williams checked in. 1:10 left in the third. 76 on 6 of 8 free throw on the line tonight.
Really decent a season ago, about 70%.
Simmons. 56 seconds left for the fourth quarter. Now here is this. 19 on the clock. And then there's the ball. Zion Williamson. And that will get in his fourth foul. They can do the bonus with the line.
He's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there.
Tobias Harris's confidence has grown over the past couple seasons, especially on the offensive end. Very capable of taking advantage of small defenders.
There's 22 seconds left. Playing the third. Shooting from out. Just at the one time. The 76ers are still 16. With the stuff.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Oh, to it. We'll return shortly. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And Simmons got the ball here for Philadelphia. Down and starting the game for the 76ers. In the backcourt, Simmons and Richardson. Kyle Quinn and Bolden the free slot. Richardson for three.
Strongest inside presence in the league, but still, he's got to convert from there.
You guys have heard overpassing. Well, that shot is an example of underpassing.
Maybe they could find a way to establish the rhythm in the next few possessions with the extra pass.
Second chance opportunities, Williamson explosive into the air with the touch and concentration to finish.
Richardson against Redick, and J.J. Redick picks up the foul. That's his third foul of the game. New Orleans making some changes here. Derek Favors checked in for Hayes, and it's Ingram in for Josh Hart. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Embiid's checked in. Simmons inside, guarded by Holiday. Holden. Another miss by Philadelphia. The Pelicans have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. A putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Pelicans lead by 16.
Oh, big time putback there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Redick against Richardson. He kicks it to Simmons. The feed to Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
Textbook bounce pass there, perfectly timed.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Redick with the three. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Here's Bolden. And the layup is good.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Left side, Redick over Richardson. And Redick the bucket on the assist from Favors. Favors got 5 assists tonight.
One of the best at moving without the ball. Catch and shoot opportunity for J.J. Redick.
And Philadelphia calls time here. Lonzo Ball is checked in for New Orleans. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Brett Brown's huddle with his team, and he was emphatic. He said, we are not going to win this game playing this way, fellas. You've got to step it up. You've got to get aggressive, and you've got to battle to get back in this thing. See if that pep talk got them going, guys.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Favors, and Horford pulls it down. The 76ers trailed by 12. Here's Richardson, and it's Williamson with the rebound. Williamson's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Favors. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got assist number 8 now on the night. Got a piece of it. And now Redick pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And it's in there. Redick's got 4 this quarter.
Changing ends quickly, getting the advantage in numbers and finishing. They've been doing it all night long.
Yeah, their energy level's been amazing. Battery bar still full, hustling and still working hard out there.
Ingram outside. New Orleans moving it around. And that one's good. Williamson.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
Simmons against Ball. At the elbow, Horford. And good. As it just snugs right down through the net.
Even when the defense contests Horford's jumper, he can still bury it. It's all about his rhythm.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
And we come back to it again and again. If you're just looking at points and rebounds, you really miss Al Horford's impact. It goes way deeper than the box score.
Harris is checked in for the 76ers. And so it's New Orleans with it. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Redick with the bucket.
Easy to see why J.J. Redick is a guy that everybody talks about as being one of the premier shooters in the NBA.
And some detractors have looked at Horford's stats, and they said he's not an all-star. Even Sports Talk Radio calling him average out.
Nonsense. I mean, still a great defender, efficient scorer, elite
as well for a big man. Then you get to his leadership. Big Al is the total package.
Embiid dishes to Simmons. Five to shoot. Inside, here's Richardson, and it's Richardson slamming it down.
I like to see Richardson up there and finishing strong.
New Orleans leading by 19 points. From deep. The shot by Reddick, no good. Richardson gets a wide open look, and it's Ingram with the rebound.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Pelicans.
And the big difference here was accuracy from three-point range.
And once they started sinking shots, it really stretched out the D and created other opportunities. And anytime they got space, they seemed to just knock down another triple.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Drew Holiday.
Just knows how to fill it up, and that's exactly what he did tonight. Nobody that they assigned to him could really get a handle on him.
Here's Moore. They get it back over Smith. Tries again. Moore passes to Melly. That shot is off. And it's Philadelphia the other way. And it's Neto in the corner. Jacks up a three.
There we go.
And the foul called on Korkmaz. That is his first foul of the game. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
7-6 ball.
Here's Smith. Sweet little floater.
It is a luxury to have a big man who can dish the ball. That time O'Quinn showing good vision.
Tries from 16. Okafor gets the bucket. And the Pelicans lead by 19.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
That's his first personal foul. Shooting for Philadelphia, James Ennis. Taking 2 shots.
And that one misses. And he sinks the second. These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assisting.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well. And yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Well, he's grabbed the tee and the blanket because he's putting this one to bed.
O'Quinn in the post. Okafor with the steal. Near the three-point line. It's Moore. Good.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
So we see New Orleans taking the W here. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge.
Espero que le haya gustado este video y si es así suscríbanse, denle like y comenten.